Well, actor Will Smith has resigned from the Academy, and it comes in wake of slapping comedian Chris Rock last weekend at the Oscars. The Academy will still decide if he should be disciplined, and board members say Smith broke its code of conduct and he was asked to leave. But an Oscars producer now says he stopped Will Smith from getting kicked out because Chris Rock did not want to make the situation worse. Well, the slap has been the most discussed topic on social media. We've all seen the videos, and it has started a conversation about violent reactions in mental health. Psychologist Dr. Tracy Alloway is joining us live via Zoom this morning. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me.
Can you tell us, a lot of people have criticized Will Smith for having this extreme reaction. Are there factors that can cause someone to react in this, unexpected way?
Yes, absolutely. Psychologists call this the amygdala hijack, where when we perceive a threat, our brain automatically goes into a fight or flight mode, and that activates the emotional center of the brain known as the amygdala, and that can motivate us to take action. And in this instance that we're discussing this morning, clearly the fight mechanism was activated. Another part of the brain that's often activated in these types of situations is the empathy part of the brain. So I know there's been a lot of conversation about why there was laughter at first and then this really intense, strong reaction after that. And in part, this could be led by him looking at his wife's response and seeing her upset reaction. And there's a part of our brain called mirror neurons, where, as the name suggests, it mirrors certain emotional reactions of the people we're speaking with. And he might have looked at his wife and then mirrored her feeling of upset, that emotional disturbance. And as a result, the sense of empathy might have also motivated him to act in the way he did.
And Will Smith slapped Chris Rock because he made a joke about Smith's wife, Jada Pinkett Smith, and her hair, her shaved head, because she battles with alopecia. And do you think that Chris Rock played a role in this, might have instigated this whole situation?
Another concern that psychologists have been discussing is this idea of priming, where on some subconscious level, maybe Will Smith, it does look like there is some history between these two actors and comedians. And it does look like at some subconscious level, they may have been primed. So they may have been subconsciously aware that an off-putting joke or remark might have been on the horizon. And as a result, they may have already been on guard. Again, this may not have been present on a conscious level.
And when you are in this situation, when someone attacks your loved one, says something mean about them, our instincts are to protect them and to do something about it. And we know taking the high road is always, keep things calm is the best thing, but that can be easier said than done. So if you are in a situation like this, what is the best way to do to quickly think on your feet and not react in a negative way?
Such a great question. As a licensed psychologist, I tell my clients that anger is an informative emotion. It is indicating something that maybe you've suppressed, maybe that you haven't dealt with, maybe you're not feeling heard or valued in some way. And so the first step then is to listen to what that anger is telling us. And of course, then to seek professional help so you can work through this.
At the end of the day, would it have been better, Will Smith just kind of sat there and let Chris Rock be the bad guy in this situation?
That's certainly some view, yes. Some people certainly suggest that.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Dr. Tracy Alloway, for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having me.